Gonna give myself cramps if I keep trying to play that. Guys, today we're working on The Living End, E-Boogie, Chris Cheney. This is part 2. You've probably already seen the first part. I hope you've already seen the first part, but there's just so much good guitar stuff. It actually brings me to something that's worth saying. Sometimes if you work really hard on a piece of music, it doesn't matter whether it's something from the middle of a song, the end of a song, the beginning of a song, if you take portions that you can't play and you work on them till you can play them, you've become a better player. Great to develop your repertoire, yes, but taking, a section of a song that you love and just learning that, okay, it's not the end of the world. Your parents will get mad at you. They'll say, when are you going to learn a full song? It used to happen to me all the time. But I can play heaps of full songs now because I learned all these hard parts that meant I could learn anything from any song. Well, not any song. I'm sure there's, some weird tapping stuff out there I'm not really willing to learn. Anyway, oh no. So we're going to be tackling the next part of E-Boogie. Okay, and this is actually from a version on YouTube. I have referenced some parts from different recordings, but essentially the link that I've put below, just as in the first one, I think it was live at Festival Hall. It might be off the From Here On In DVD. I can't even remember. It's from a while ago, but that's what I'm working from, and I'm going to walk you through everything that I just played that I haven't already taught you in the previous one, with the exception of that little solo at the end. I'm just sort of previewing that. But yeah, let's get on with the lesson. But before we do start, just keep in mind, if you want the transcription, there's 3 pages of this. It's so beautiful to see on paper. I still get such a kick out of seeing the end result of a passage of music. When I see it like that, it's been pulled apart and we can see it for what it is. It's like a diagram. It's so beautiful. I love it. You can get those on my Patreon, okay, or my website. My Patreon's a feed. Everything's down there in the feed. You just scroll down, you can find every video I've done, or all the transcriptions for all the videos I've done. But if you join the website, look, it's all in a library. $15 a month US will get you into the library, but you can join the Patreon for $10. Not quite as organized, but it's all there. If you want to get more serious, join the full access on my website for $30 a month US. And there's courses, there's all kinds of things, and it's going to keep growing, so go check it out. Okay, so that first bit that we want to get into, we've come off strumming an E chord, and Chris Cheney's running backwards and forwards on the stage, and he goes into this. Okay, so what we're doing here, we're sliding into fret 9 on the 2nd string. We're doing a pull-off on the 1st string at the 7th fret, and we pick down, and you do a pull-off. Okay, then pick the 9th fret on the 2nd string again, then pick up on the 1st string on the open string. So, okay, well, I went a little too far there. Okay, so on your transcription, if you've got the E-Boogie transcription, if you're a member of the Patreon, we're actually taking off from bar 39, okay? Oh. And we just keep looping that little idea there. And the challenging part with the right hand here is pick up now on that 1st string. So, just like that. Then hit the 7 again with a downstroke. And do a pull off, and we start that process again. So, it's really picking that 9th fret and then up on that 1st string. That is where all the speed is required. That you're picking down on the 2nd string, up on the 1st. So practice that. That might be your first port of call there, is to sit there and practice. And really slow. Okay, now, the good news is once you can do that, is it's the same pattern, it just moves along. using the 10th fret on the 2nd string, and the 9th fret on the 1st string. So we actually start by picking the 9th fret, and then we do a pull off, then we play the 10th fret on the 2nd string, then we pick up on the 1st string open, and it repeats again. Okay, so coming off the first one, 9. We go back to the first one, 7. And then we do the same thing now. We start on the first string. The movement of the pattern always starts on the first string. We pick the 11th fret. We pull off, play the 12th fret on the 2nd string, up on the open 1st string. Okay, and just same length of time as the others, and same sort of process. So then we kind of stay where we are. We play from the 12th fret on the 1st string. So we're going 12, 0, 12 on the 2nd string, open on the 1st string. One thing you want to avoid is this. You don't want to pop that 2nd string, okay? Yeah, do not pop that string. We don't want that. It's sort of noisy. So the way to avoid that, sort of relax your finger without lifting it entirely as you pick the 1st string. Okay, and just make it a more gradual lift. I know we're talking in hyperspeed nuances, but if you practice it slow, your muscle memory will take care of it. So if you pull it off hard, you're going to get that popping. So just lift it slightly. As you pick that, just get your finger just clear, but don't rush it out of the way. I know it's difficult, but with all of these, just practice them slow. It goes a bit longer, and then up here. So yeah, so from the 12, which by the way on your transcription, we're now at bar 43. Then we go to the 9 and play the 9th fret and the 10th fret. We finish on that open string there, so it's just another bar of that, and we get this lick, okay? So this is bar 45. Oh. Let's work on the first part of that lick, okay? So what we're doing in bar 45, sliding 3rd fret to the 5th fret, okay? We do that again, so I'll just add to it now, so 3rd fret to the 5th fret, then you can see I'm playing the 3rd fret now again. So I'm sliding from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. I'm going back to that 3rd fret. I'm hitting the 1st string open as well, so get your fingers nice and tall on the tips. Okay, now we do 3, 2, 0 on the 3rd string, just like that. Okay. All right, now from there, get the 2nd fret on the 4th string. And I'm really using the left hand here. There's not a ton of picking. You don't have to pick everything, okay? We're not going, yeah, that's really hard. It doesn't actually sound as good either, so it's... We do pick the 2 here. Now you need to be a little crafty, and you pick the 2 on the 3rd string. And you need to go down up. As soon as you start picking fast, you have to go down up. Just like that, and come back to the 2nd fret on the 4th string. So, okay. So I'm finishing there. Alright, from here, we want to add this little open 3rd string and hammer. So, okay. Really classic kind of almost Nashville country licks, sort of, yeah. I mean, you could say rockabilly licks, but I feel like there's, they go hand in hand. They sort of, all rolls into one. Then from here, I hope you're going okay with that first part of the lick. Oh. Hopefully you're playing it better than I am. There we go. And now the second half of the lick goes 2, 1, 0 on the 4th string, and then 2nd fret on the 5th string. Okay? So try and get that 2, 1, 0. You don't need to pick anything other than the 2, and then the 2 on the 5th string, okay? And I pick that down. Now we pick up on the 4th string, down on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, 2, 1, 0. So the second half of the lick goes... So you got to pick a bit of rapid picking there. There we go. Down, up, down, 1, 0. Okay. So if we put all this together so far, all right. I know it's a lot, but you just practice it in little bits until you've got it and add a little bit more. You don't have to even do it in the chunks I'm doing. You could do it in smaller chunks. You could. Then, okay, just break it down. Okay, if you can just do the first bit fast, you'll be able to add bits later. Of course, you can put the whole thing together really slow and smooth. Get your fingers to understand the flow and the proportions of everything. That's really going to help as well, you know. Okay, so I should tell you what happens from there. A few of you are probably waiting impatiently, or patiently, I should say. So from there, when we hit that open, so we're still in bar 40. So no, we're actually into bar 46 now. After we hit that open 5th string, you play the 3rd fret. Then you go open 5th string, 1, 2. Okay. And then play the 3 on the 6th string. What are you talking about, Adrian? Have a look. Alright, there's a little hesitation from Chris there in the version that I'm talking about. There's just a little wavering of the time. Now, that's not a criticism. At the speed, at the blistering speed of a song like this, stuff happens. You know, there's just a little hesitation in there that kind of fills the space. And I have actually transcribed that in there. Okay, it is in there. So to get the rhythm of it exactly the way he plays it. Oh, just hesitate. A little from that 1 to 2 to that 3. It just slows up slightly. But yeah, you can try playing along with him. Just that 0, 1, 2, it all just drags a little. The 3 comes down. Yeah, did I walk you through that last bit? I did. See the incredible technical challenge and franticness of Chris Cheney's playing sometimes gets me jittery, like right now. So yeah, we got up to there. I think we got to there. That's the whole lick. Let's just go through that whole lick slow. 1, 2. That's it. So hopefully you're following that. Okay, so from there, we get this next bit that goes. Yeah, I'm just having a look at the tab. I've got something else written there. Oh, there's a little slide. I didn't play that in the intro. So there's a little slide there from the 12th fret. Okay, so I'm going to cruise through this bit a little more fluidly because it's not as hard as it looks, okay? So after you finish that lick and do the slide here from the 12, if you really want to do it, it goes into this. Okay, I know it's a little bit intimidating, but actually it's not too bad. So what we're doing here, we're holding it like an E chord, okay, but the only notes we're really hearing is the 6th string and the 3rd string, okay? So on your transcription, this is bar 47. Pick the 6th string, a little bit of palm muting. Pick the 3rd string with your 2nd finger. Pick the 4th string with the pick, just like that. Okay, and we finish with the 3rd string as well, muted, so you relax that left hand. So we're going O on the 6th string, 1 on the 3rd, dead strike, okay, so relax your left hand, and then play the 3rd string dead as well, okay? You're only playing 2 notes. It sounds like there's a lot more going on, but there's not. Dum, ba, ticka. Okay, I always call them ticker. Okay, they're just ticking sounds. Great sounding ticking sounds. So we go from this E form, and you can actually see in any version of him playing this, he's using his 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 6th string. He meaning Chris Cheney. He's the cat's dad. Telling myself off for constantly referring to him as he. So we do the same thing with the right hand, and the right hand stays the same the whole way through. This pattern is consistent. If you can do that, you can do the rest of this. So 2nd fret on the 6th string. So 2nd fret on the 6th string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and it's this like flat shape. One on the on the 6th string and on the 3rd string, and he's only using sort of 2 or 3 variations of this. So we got this flat shape, 6th and 3rd. Play the 4th string dead, 3rd string dead. Move it up 1 fret. Same thing. Move it up the 4th fret. Okay, from there, what happens there? We go up to the 5th fret, but we vary it by playing the 6th fret instead of the 5th. So we're going 5 and 6 now. We've gone 0 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 6. However you want to do that, you might want to use your first finger there and third finger on the 3rd string, first and second, whatever you like. I mean, you're already on your 2nd finger, so you might just push that 3rd finger out. Okay, safe. Okay, like that. And then from here we go 7 and 7, and it's back to the flat shape. Okay, so it goes 5 and 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9. Then we come back to the 2nd fret, but now we need to do the same thing we did at the 5th fret. Okay, so we're going sort of like the flat shape from the 2nd fret, but we need to go up to the 3rd, so it's 2 and 3. Okay, I would just grab it with your first finger because it's like holding an F sharp 7. Okay, I feel like it's worth pointing out when we're doing all of these. Okay, and we're open and 1, so 0 and 1. That's a major 3rd interval. 2 and 2, that's a minor 3rd interval. Okay, so that's an F sharp minor idea, a G minor, and a G sharp minor idea. What's really happening here is we're thinking in E and we're doing a little walk. It's almost like a walking bass line. And you get a little bit of tension there, but that's really all it is. It's like as if we're going to an A chord, then it's like going to an F sharp major chord, and then a B chord. Okay, so I've sort of jumped ahead there. We're up to the F sharp chord. By the way, on your transcription, this would be bar 49. So, okay, so 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Now it's 7, 8, 9 and 9, 10 and 10, 11 and 11. And that's that part. Okay, so I'll just play it all together. I'll do it a little slower. What's the point of just playing it over and over again fast? Okay. Now, every version of this song, this bit's played a little bit different. On the recording, so there's quite a few different ways. I sort of loosely learnt all of them. You would think I have better things to do with my time, but so one of them, it's kind of, he jumps backwards and forwards. I think that might be on the studio recording, but I really like what happened on this live one. I think he did actually start on 12. He started on the 11, which I'm not sure was intentional, because it's kind of it ends up throwing the whole rhythm of the whole thing out slightly, and he fills it out at the end, and it's really, really cool. I quite like this. So on I'm going to call it the Live at Festival Hall version, even if I'm wrong, okay? So you come off the back of... sorry. And we go from the 11th fret, and it goes like this. I'll do it sort of medium speed. Now, there's a little bit of a gaff halfway through. It kind of misses a note or two. I'm just going to show you what I think was maybe supposed to happen. Don't quote me on this. There's just a couple of dead notes there, and I know in the original version he plays quite a clean run. But I wanted to finish it the way he did. So what I've come up with is this, and it's 11, 12, 14, 11, 12, 14. So starting from the 6th string, we're now onto the 4th string, 11, 13, 14, and then 11 on the 3rd string, back to the 4th string, 11, 14, 11, 13, 14, 12, 14, 11, and then we get this little... Okay, so it's 12, 12, 11, 12, 11, 14, and 12 on the 2nd string. Okay, now, essential if you want to be able to play at the pace that he plays this. Okay, oh no. If you want to play it at that kind of speed, you really have to have your alternate picking down. You need to be super consistent. Don't try and economy pick it, and, well, you can if you want. If you can do it at that speed, by all means, go for it. But let's say you go 11, 12, 14, and then do like a little sweep pick to the 11. I think you're going to lose the attack that goes through that makes it sound so cool, for one. Also, I've always been a fan of alternate picking because once you've got it, it kind of keeps you in rhythm. You know, at the end of the day, with other methods of picking, there's not such a locked-in, I'm down on a beat or I'm down on the, you know, at the start of the beat, and in 16th notes, I'm up on the E, down on the and. You know, there's a consistency. I'm probably getting into too much detail here. But make sure you've got that alternate picking. Down, up, 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 down. Okay, the hand does not change. It's just like a machine. Ticka, 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 ticka. Think of a car engine. Just down and up, okay? Alright, so that was the passage in bar 51 and 52. We're now getting into 53. But right at the end of bar 52, he does this little... He slides up to the 12th fret, does a pull-off. Okay, just kind of sets it up. So it's like... And then he starts this run. I know, I played that run a lot of times. It's because I really enjoy playing it. It's actually a lot of fun. So after you slide to the 12 and pop it, in bar 49... Sorry, in bar 53, we get this. Okay, and then we launch into the riff. So that, it's not, again, probably not as hard as it sounds, that bit. 12, pull off, 10, pull off, 8, pull off, and then we go back to the 10, 8, 7. So you just keep throwing the open in between. You keep doing a pull off. Okay, so we did 12, 12, 0, 10, 0, 8, 0, 10, 0, 8, 0, 7, 0, 8, 0, 7, 0, 5, 0, 7, 0, 5, 0, 3, 0, 5, 0, 3, 0, 2, and do a little bend, and now we launch into that really cool part. Okay, so the next part of the song, I was originally planning on doing it today, but this video is definitely dragging out to be quite long. I'm going to leave it there, and I will save that main riff in the middle of the song for the next video, and we'll even tackle that solo at the end. So make sure if you've really enjoyed this, jump on the Patreon. Let me know you join the Patreon because you enjoy this song. It will encourage me to get the next one out sooner. But at the very least, make sure you've clicked like and put a comment. You know, let me know what you think. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Love that lick.